Hello, everyone. Welcome to day number 26 of the 30-day project. We're getting pretty close to the end of the Hope Project, and I hope you are enjoying every minute of it, especially today, because I know where I'm at, it's getting pretty late at the end of the day, and I was kind of wondering if you guys thought I had X'd today out, like exited the program? No, of course not. But why wouldn't I on the day of the letter X choose, because I can't seem to figure out a word that works, just the letter X. I mean, how many times do we sit and use the letter X in our lives where we just want to X things out? Or maybe if you're a lister like me, you want to X things in. I mean, if you could see my work list of things that I want to do, I have a lot of little X's of things I need to do, as much as things I need to not do. And sometimes I wonder with kids like my kiddos, who maybe come from hard places or aren't people who really enjoy, staying on structure, or us as adults who maybe come from hard places or struggle with certain types of structure or maybe types of chaos, that we need to start creating a way to put a lot of X's on what we do want and X's of what we don't. I mean, so often in life, we are stuck in this world, in this chaos, where we are thinking that things aren't what we expected or things aren't going the way we thought they should, and we don't know what to X out. And so sometimes the important step is just sitting there and remembering what exactly your expectations are for yourself in your life and what you want to do, what your self-worth is. So part of that is identifying what your triggers are. What are your triggers that get you upset or anxious or fearful or nervous? And start Xing those as triggers and exiting them out of your life. But the way you do that is by figuring out what they are. And then you also have to figure out what are the things that you do want to X by that you want in your life and how to put them in there. It's really all about the X ins and the X outs. It really, really is. I really wish life was as simple as maybe that sounds, but so often what we think is so simple is so difficult to implement into our lives. I can kind of say that. This is my X in and X out example here. So on the X out, so we can have two types. We can have an X out and an X in. So if I was to X out, I might X out checking my balance all week. If maybe looking at finances was something that triggered you, and maybe I would say, I'm only going to check it on Wednesdays, and I'm going to just do it one time. So I'm going to X out checking it. Or Xing out profanity in our home if that's a struggle, or if it brings up crisis or conflict. Or I might have talking to my ex or talking to a family member or a friend who sets off triggers, and all of a sudden I'm anxious and not having a great day. I'm going to X that out. Maybe there's somebody I need to X out of my life. Or maybe I need to X out Facebook or Instagram. I mean, of course, not the Hope Project part, but everything else, maybe Xing out. Or X out saying, I can't, or I won't, or all that self-doubt that we have. Start writing it down and Xing those things out of our lives. Or Xing counting calories, counting our own critic of ourselves. If it's something that when you walk out of that moment where you've said something and you are feeling worse about yourself or your life, maybe that's something you should X out. Then there's people like me who X in things. I like I said, I'm a lister. I'm going to make a lot of lists. So sometimes we might X in. So I'm going to X in 30 minutes walking once a day. Or X in talking to my best friend, that's BFF if you didn't know, Sunday at noon. The more specific we can be, the better off. Taking a date night at Tuesday at 9 p.m., aka when my kids are asleep and my date night is alone watching a movie with my husband. That's an X in, going to do this. 8 ounces of water per day, 30 minutes reading per day, 3 things I love per day, reading a joke daily. And it's not on here, but I'm going to put an X on yes watching the Hope Project and writing in my journal every day. That's what I'm going to have my X in. So you have really two choices, an X in and an X out. Whichever one fits your style and your goals and what you want to do to make your life a little more, well, hopefully less stressful. So X the X. X out what gives negative vibes in your day. Examine your self-talk. Examine, do you need to do things for you and make a positive X list, or you need to make a list of things you're kicking out? Put an X by what you love in your life. If you want it in your life, make sure it's something you love and put a big old X right beside it and say, yes, that's in. And work to excel in the parts of your life that have that positive X beside them. Choose one way or the other as a starter point and continue to grow from there. So how do you do this? Reflect on what you have X'd out and X'd into your life previously. Maybe consciously or unconsciously, meaning intentionally or unintentionally, but really kind of think about this for a minute. What is your day? What is your time? What is your investment? And then journal about what one or the other is. Journal about what you want to X into your life more, or what you want to X out of your life more in now to the next year. So that might be a little confusing, but what I'm saying is either choose your X that you want in or out, and think of things you want to put in your life from now for the next year and things you want to take out of your life from now to the next year. One or the other, and journal about that thought, that idea. Imagine what that's going to look like. Imagine where you were and where you can end up. Journal about that. And then from that, create a visual X in or an X out goal list that you can post in a visual place to practice for the next month. So, for instance, with what you journal, choose either this one or this one. Write down 1, 2, 3 things that you either want out or in to your life, and put it up on the wall where you can see it, or on your phone for that reminder to X in and X out the things that you want in your life to help you become the greater, better version of yourself that I am so excited, and the people you love the most are so excited to see about you. But more than anything, you will love about you. I'm so glad that you came today. I'll be excited to see you not exit from this show, but X out some great things or bring in some excellent things in your life. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye.